Morning, Andoni.
Morning.
We'll start with the big news this week. Evanilson's red card being rescinded. Brilliant for you to have him available, particularly when you travel to London for a big game against Arsenal. But is there a real sense of frustration for you because you had to play 10 men with you had to play with 10 men for 29 minutes. Manchester United scored in the 26th minute of that, 6 minutes into added time. That decision, has that cost you 2 points?
Yes, I think so. No, the decision of Evanilson. For me, it's clear that the system is not working very well, the process, because it's a play where the ref takes the decision, he sees it live, he decides it's foul, yellow card, the VAR with all the replays, the different views, corrects the decision, supposedly has to be clear and obvious. After seeing all the replays and putting every image, they decide to overturn it. It has big consequences for us. And now other people watching all the reviews or the same replays, the same things, they say to overturn that decision that already was overturned. And obviously I support the VAR, but it's clear that there are still a lot of things that they should be done much better, yes.
Have you spoken to anyone at the PGMOL? Have you had any kind of explanation as to the process or what happened or what went wrong in this case?
No, I haven't asked for any explanation, no.
And I guess the frustration for you is that the referee is given a yellow card and gone, right, that's a late challenge. Obviously only when you look at it from a replay you see the slip, which is obviously a massive factor as to why Evanilson goes into Nusar Mazraoui. That's where the problem is, that the VAR have got this massively wrong. And for a club like Bournemouth who are chasing Europe and the implications of getting into the Europa League or the Europa Conference League could be worth millions and millions of pounds, it could really have affected your end of the season.
Yes, now every decision is very important. And I think the problem is when they say, no, we are putting a very high threshold for the VAR to intervene, if something like very clear, very obvious. And after in the practical, we are seeing that they are intervening in every decision. It's not like the ones that officially they tell us, no, the threshold is going to be very, very high, is just when something that is obviously everyone sees and can understand and this. But after in the practical side, is not being like this, and in our case it has cost us not this game. It has cost us a lot. This season you can see all every stat, about these things, but we cannot change it. So we have to accept it. Difficult, but we have to accept it and move on and try to prepare for Arsenal. That's what we've done this week. Yes.
But the big news is obviously Evanilson back available. He scored 7 in 12 in all competitions. He's having his best run of the season, and to have him available for a huge game will be a big boost for everyone.
Yes, we will have I think the same players. No, we had available the other day, more or less. We are pretty consistent right now. We only have the issues with the ones that Ryan and Enes and Sini that is not getting there, and the others are available and ready for tomorrow. Yes.
So no other fresh injury concerns ahead of the Arsenal game. Obviously Arsenal played this week in the Champions League semi-final. What's that like for you? Are you sat there with your laptop and your notepad? Are you watching the game and analysing and preparing for the match, or do you sort of switch off and just enjoy the football?
No, at the end you have to watch it in a different way. You cannot just enjoy it. I think you have to prepare, and you see. Obviously, we know very well Arsenal. They know us very well. I don't know if the team is going to be exactly the same. They will make some changes, but yes, you try to analyze and to see what could happen tomorrow, even knowing that it's a different scenario.
As for Arsenal, they've actually not been on a great run of form, maybe because the players have been focusing on the Champions League and they've done so well in Europe, but they've only won 3 of their last 9 games in the Premier League. What does that say about their Premier League form?
Arsenal is going to be very, very, very difficult. They've lost 1 game. this season at home. One game, just one game. West Ham. Is to beat them. You have to do something special. If you play at your level normal, it's not gonna be enough. We have to be especially good if we want to beat them, especially away. So we will try to do it, but we know it's gonna be very, very difficult because it's a team that defensively they are the best team in the league by far. The number of goals they've conceded is ridiculously low, and it's difficult to have chances against them because they are very well organized. They don't give you, they suffocate you in a good way, and it's difficult to have the chances. But also, as you said, they had some draws, they had some results, probably not that the ones they wanted, and we will try also to get one.
Away from home, you've been exceptional. Just one defeat in 12 in all competitions. You picked up 25 points away from home, which is a Premier League record. You've scored 32 goals away from home, which is a Bournemouth Premier League record. How have you been so effective away from home this season? What have you perhaps done differently to other campaigns? Because it feels like you are as good as you are at home.
Yes, we have, I think, same number of points, I think, home and away. But the truth is, in the games we've played at home, we've scored and conceded very little goals. And if the games we've played away, we've scored a lot and conceded a lot. Have been different scenarios at the end to get the same points, but I feel like the opposition, obviously playing at home, they go for the game, we go for the game. Games are like more open when we play away, and more things happen. And at home are being like more close games. And we'll see, if we are able to have this amount of chances also when we play the Emirates.
And just finally, it has been a record-breaking season for the club in the Premier League, but at the minute, the fans and probably the whole feel around the club will feel like we've not won as many games recently as you would have liked. How important is that perspective to say, look, we are making good progress, we are doing exceptional things. I know the form isn't what we'd like, but this has still been a brilliant season. How important is it that mentality is there for the final few games of the season?
I think, I don't think we've lost a game in April, in all the month. We haven't lost a game. It's not, it hasn't been amazing, but I think it's 4 games without a loss. In the Premier League, it's very difficult it's not easy to be 4 games. It's true that we've drawn games, and the draws, the 1 point now, doesn't make you the jump you want in the standings, but it shows to be for games without a loss also that we are being very competitive, and we are there in the games. And the other day we don't win because they scored in the 96th or 97th minute and this, but I think the team gave us a good game. Now it's a matter of these small details we are seeing every game, late winners, one small thing, and to get to your side. Now I think we have a different kind of games because we are facing Arsenal, Villa, City, especially these 3, where we need a little bit more. We just not to be competitive. No, we have to be in one moment, or defensively or offensively, brilliant, because otherwise it's not enough against this level of teams. And I hope we can do it tomorrow.
Brilliant. Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you. In the summer, one of your goals was to be more competitive in this sort of game.
Yes.
Excuse me, against teams in the Champions League. That feels quite an easy thing to say. So how did you go about doing it? Because you have achieved it up to this point.
Yes, the way we approach the games, I think our approach is not very different. When we face Arsenal or we face other teams, I think we still try to be aggressive and proactive and try to attack them. But this has some risks, some things that we need to accept. And I think overall we've improved a lot the results against the big clubs. I think past season we played good games, but at the end we were not good enough not to get the points. This season I think we've improved there. and we'll see now, because we have now, especially the next 3 games against very, very good opposition, and see if we can do it again.
It was something you specifically talked with the group about, though, wasn't it? So was it a question of belief to believing you could go and attack these teams? What was it?
No, I think against these teams you have to respect them, but not respect them too much. Not fear, you have to accept some duels and not be worried if you lose. You go against him. He's the best defender in the world. Go against him. Go 1 against 1. You lose. But don't be afraid of, no, he's very good, I'm not going. I just pass backwards and I don't attack. No. Go and attack and see. He's very fast. Okay. Put it long and let's see who wins. He's faster than you, who wins? Okay. No shame. It's like, it is what it is. But let's make them make the run, defend the 1 against 1, not just because they are very good, we are going to be shy. And no, I think you have to be brave in these scenarios. But this is only one part. After you have to show also your level, no? And I think we have players who can win duels against players like Arsenal players, City players, and knowing that it's not easy, but I think we can do it.
Lots of people pointed to the red card in this fixture at home as changing the game, but how good was the approach 11 against 11?
Yes, definitely changed the game, because at the end is easier to play against 10, and obviously it made the second half of that game a lot easier, more comfortable for us. But I like the game also. When we were playing 11 against 11, I think it was half an hour where we were being really good, not conceding a lot, being still a threat in behind, and I hope we can have a similar performance. We will definitely need it, yes.
It's almost a year to the day since you went to the Emirates last season. How tough was that first half especially?
Yeah, first half they were much better. I think it's probably the half where we've been like more pressed, more. We were there defending. It's true that we survived almost until the end, because until the penalty, almost in the 40-something minute, we were still 0-0. But I remember that first half where they were all over us, and we were just surviving. Yes, I have that. I think second half we were much better. We had our chances. I remember one, we hit the post or some disallowed goal. Something happened. We were really close to getting it close, but at the end we lost that game. But especially the first half, as you said, they were much better than us.
Just on a different tack, the under-21s are on this incredible winning streak in the big game tonight. How fun are they to watch?
Yeah, no, they are doing really well. I think they have a lot of players that they have been training with us regularly, and they are playing really well. I think, and I want to think, that also those players that are training with us, they are improving a lot. At the end, you train every day against Premier League players. Your level will go up, and they are showing it. They are finishing the season so strong, and I hope they win it today, and they win and they finish at top the league. Yes.
In the history of this club, because of historical finances and all sorts, it's been very unusual to see players come through the academy and up into the first team. When you look at the shape of the academy at the moment, how excited should Bournemouth fans be about the future and that pathway?
Yes, I think it's a mid-long-term run. No? I think the club is improving. I think now we are a Category 2 team. I think it's key that we can achieve Category 1. I don't know if this takes, 1, 2, 3 years, but we can arrive to Category 1, so the level of the competition is higher, and then the jump to our first team is a little bit, it's going to be always a jump, but it's not so huge, the jump. And I think the club is doing on the pitch with the results, and off the pitch with everything around us, all the appropriate way, to get this Category 1, to give the players the best platform to jump to the first team. Yes.